turn our attention to men's lacrosse now. The Big Ten bracket looks like this. We're up to the semifinals already. 1 seed Maryland and 2 seed Rutgers earned first-round byes. They both open things up in the semis this coming Thursday. Terps were a perfect 12-0 in conference play. Scarlet Knights set a program record for wins. The semis and the finals can be seen right here on the Big Ten Network. We're going to focus on Rutgers right now for a little while. Ross Scott is joining us. And Ross, let's start with the tournament since that's what we just showed everybody about. It's coming up on Thursday, Ohio State. You guys played them earlier this year, beat them 18-7. What do you remember about that matchup?
Yeah, the most thing that we're remembering here is that they're a tough team and they have a lot to prove here. So they're going to come out with their best, and we got to be expected to come out with our best to give them a game. So we're expecting a really tough battle here, and we're just preparing every single day.
What did you learn either about them or about you guys from that meeting?
Yeah, I think being our first Big Ten game, we learned that every single game you can't take lightly. So every single week you got to come in there and you got to give it your all. So we're coming in with the same mentality, one game at a time, and we got a tough matchup this week.
I mentioned earlier, you guys have 12 wins. That's the most in the regular season in Rutgers history. How come?
Yeah, I think it's just we've been building on this for a few years now, and eventually we've been breaking through, and we just continue to do what we can to build a better team and build some more chemistry. And I think it's just it was only a matter of time until we broke through that, and we're just going to keep getting better.
When during this season did you realize, oh, we're going to be pretty darn good?
I think I realized that in the fall when we had all of our guys here together and we were building chemistry every single day, and we were just really gluing, meshing as a team. I think that's when we all realized that we could do something special here, and we got a chance to do something great.
Staying on the tournament, Maryland is the 1 seed. What is it like playing the Terps?
Yeah, obviously they're a great team. They come out every single game and they don't take anything lightly. So they come out. They're a huge challenge. They're a great team, and if you don't stay locked in for the whole 60 minutes, they will take advantage of that and they will make you pay. So that's one thing you gotta focus on when you're going against the Terps is you can't take any play off, you can't take any shift off. It's a full 60-minute game against them.
Maryland is a 1 seed in the tournament. Your mustache is a 1 seed in life. It is giving me energy. It is making me happy. I want to know everything about it.
Yeah, so after our last regular season game, it was looking a little blonde. Not many people noticed it, so I decided to break out the black dye again and see if we could get some playoff mustaches going for the team, build some energy off of that. It'd be a great time.
By the way, are you joking, or do you actually find black dye and put it in there?
Funny enough, I had black dye. I did it in the fall earlier. It's just something fun I like to do every once in a while with my friends. Just dye the mustache black and hope for the best.
This is all I want to know about. So are we like putting it on a comb and brushing it in? Well, how does it work?
Yeah, it's it's like two different types of dye, and you mix them together, brush them in there, wait 5 minutes, and then it turns black. Sometimes it leaves the skin a little black for a couple days, so I had to deal with that. But after that, it's smooth sailing.
that makes me so happy. How long have we been growing it now?
Longer than I'd like to admit to say. Probably about a month and a half to get this get this thick.
Hey, quality takes time, Ross. You can't
It
just
really
sprout
does.
a seed and expect to plant the next day.
Some of the guys on the team can get these huge bushy beards in 2 to 3 days. So I'm proud of what I got.
Well, we can't relate to that, but I grew one this past summer for the first time. It took me about 6 weeks, but it was thick, it was full, and I like to think it makes the world a better place. Speaking of making the world a better place, your team was better because of your play recently, not just because of your facial hair. So the last game you played was against Penn State, a little more than a week ago. You scored the game-tying goal with 8 seconds left in regulation, then won the game in overtime. How many games in your life have you been more clutch than that?
Not many, I'd say. I think that was a big milestone for me, but it really all started with the defense that was clutch. As offense, we made a mistake coming in late in the quarter, and the defense came up huge for us and gave us the opportunity to get the ball back. So I owed a lot to them to give us the opportunity to get get that game tying and winning goal.
Ross, you're a kid from Oregon. How'd you get to New Jersey?
Well, coming out of high school, I didn't have a lot of offers, but I was lucky enough to get seen by Rutgers, and I came out here, and I knew I loved it immediately. Just the team, the whole atmosphere, and even in the city and even New Jersey. I loved it all, and I couldn't wait to get out here.
Biggest difference, most glaring difference, West Coast versus East Coast?
Most glaring difference? I'd like to say the pizza. You can always get a good slice of pizza out here. I don't know about that in Oregon.
Wait, so Oregon pizza's not good? I didn't know this.
I wouldn't give it the not good rating, but I certainly would not give it the New Jersey, New York rating.
What's your go-to? What kind of style do you like now?
I like to keep it simple. I like to enjoy the little things about the pizza, so I just go cheese or pepperoni, and I enjoy it every single time. So can't complain.
I meant more style, like Chicago, New York thin, Detroit style in between, but that's good. I like simplicity. I'm okay with it. Is it true your neighbors back in Oregon are the ones that got you into lacrosse?
Yeah, so my one of my good family friends when I was growing up, I only played hockey, and one day I saw my neighbors out there playing lacrosse in the front yard, and I told my mom this is something that I'd be interested in, and it looked really fun. So they gave me a stick that was like all zip tied up. The mesh was zip tied onto the stick, I think. And I came out to my first local practice and wearing all hockey gear, and I loved it. So I never looked back since then. And obviously it's taken me to some great places.
How tough is it to play lacrosse in hockey gear?
The shoulder pads were certainly a little bulky, but when I was in third grade, I didn't really care. I was just out there having fun.
How popular is lacrosse in Oregon?
Yeah, lacrosse has really been growing in Oregon the past, 10 years. I think we've been taking a lot of big steps as a community, and people coming back and giving back. It's taken a lot of good steps, and I think there's some really good players out in Oregon that not a lot of people get to see.
Ross, you got a big one coming up Thursday. If you win that, you're playing for the title on Saturday.